It's common sense that food is ultimately what keeps you strong, healthy, and functioning at peak performance for your best life ever. But what you ate in your 20s may not be what your body needs as you hit your 30s, 40s, and 50s. From hormonal changes to bone density, things change from one decade to the next, and that's putting it lightly. Research supports that teenagers to 20-somethings should create adult habits, so it's imperative to give the body all the nutrients it requires for optimum health, explains Lisa Avellino, fitness director at NY Health and Wellness. Complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, quinoa, and brown rice are great for sustainable energy, especially in your 20s when you're super active. Many women in their 20s are actually a bit deficient in iron, especially if they have heavy periods or are pregnant. You need iron to have healthy red blood cells. Without it, you can become anemic and feel tired all the time, explains Dr. Rob Silverman, DC of NY Chiro Care. The RDA for iron for men is 8 mg, but for women, it's 18 mg. Because it's easy to overdose on iron, get it from foods such as dried beans, eggs including the yolks, liver, lean red meat, poultry, salmon, tuna, oysters, almonds, tofu, and whole grains. A lot of popular breakfast cereals are fortified with iron. You can get about 9 mg from just a cup of Cheerios. In your 30s, family, work, and brain management are pushed to the limit with all you have going on, especially as you try to find a balance for it all in your life. Superfoods are essential, especially olive oil. They're rich in polyphenols, which are powerful brain-protective antioxidants. Coconut oil, wild salmon, blueberries, turmeric, eggs, dandelion greens, and walnuts are all just the shortlist that yields peak performance benefits, explains Avellino. Experts say that once a man hits 30, his testosterone starts to drop by 1% each year. So, foods that can promote the maintenance of balanced hormones are important, says Riemann. Fatty fish and eggs are filled with healthy fats and vitamin D, both of which can help boost your testosterone hormones. Our 30s are when we begin to see a decline in our metabolism, so we must account for it. Our stress levels also tend to be a bit higher as we marry, begin families, and further our careers, explains Darren Hulslander, CEO of DNS Performance and Fitness. Consider meditation or yoga on a daily basis. Both can help combat some of the issues with stress, such as high cortisol levels and fat storage from stress. Eat lots of colorful veggies to ensure your bodies can still handle this at their peak. Your 40s are when digestive problems can start to show up, especially if your long-time diet has included a lot of processed foods. A good way to combat that, according to Dr. Silverman? Fermented foods, which naturally contain beneficial bacteria to your diet. A daily serving of sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, sour pickles, kombucha, or live culture yogurt can help balance your gut bacteria, he says. I also suggest starting a daily probiotic supplement to keep the beneficial bacteria in your gut working well to help digest your food. Choose a probiotic from a company that uses good manufacturing practices. The supplement should have a mix of different strains of bifidobacteria and lactobacillus bacteria by the time you reach your 40s, and as long as you haven't had breast cancer or some other condition that would encourage you to keep your estrogen levels low. Riemann suggests eating more foods that are natural phytoestrogens, plant-based estrogen, like soy and cruciferous vegetables. They could help with keeping those hormones balanced as you age. Unfortunately, people begin to experience an exponential rise in the risk of heart disease at this point in their lifespan, so it's important to eat foods that promote a healthy cardiovascular system, says Riemann. Garlic, onions, leek, turmeric, olives, flaxseed oil, and green leafy veggies are among the best foods for this. Hulslander says this is the decade when we'll start to experience more inflammation from a cellular level all the way to our joints. Ensure adequate omega-3 intake to control inflammation and to keep your body performing at its peak, Hulslander says. I recommend 3 grams to 5 grams of liquid fish oil daily to control this. Both seaweed and sunflower seeds have important nutrients for your thyroid function, and more. Seaweed is rich in iodine, which is important for thyroid function, explains Amsterdam. Sunflower seeds are rich in vitamin E, folate, selenium, and magnesium, making these delicious seeds fantastic for cardiovascular health, mental health, and thyroid health. Sounds good to us. Turmeric is the best food to eat at all times in your life, but particularly in your 40s and 50s because it supports an anti-inflammatory lifestyle, explains Glenn McElfresh, founder of goldenchai.com. Many studies indicate inflammation may play a role in causing and exacerbating diseases such as Alzheimer's, cancer, and diabetes. Foods high in zinc helps to balance hormones, explains Berry. So go for oysters, crabs, lobster, and even cashews. Another great option according to Berry? The superfood maca powder that you can easily just pop into your morning smoothie creations. You think that by your 50s you'd be in control, just try and tell your hormones that, says Cottrell. This is when foods full of B vitamins, antioxidants, calcium, and vitamin D can help level things out. Junk food is out and healthy whole foods are in. Good options that are rich in B6 and that can help prevent heart disease include bananas, potatoes, and pomegranates. Meanwhile, eggs, fish, and chicken are high in B12 and support a healthy nervous system. As you get older, strong bones become increasingly important. A great source to build your bones is vitamin K, and basil is rich in it. Amsterdam says to sprinkle some on salads to reduce the risk of atherosclerosis, osteoporosis, diabetes, and cancer.